there guys, welcome. Today we are going to see how to make this bowl, leaf and this render. It's quite very simple. I have used the white paint and the particle system to make the leaf look like this. So in this render we are going to learn how to make the ground look like this and making the bowl and the water. Since the leaf modeling will take more time, I have added that leaf model in the description portion below. You can check it and you can download it. So let's see how this render looks like. This is the final output of the render. So see, it's very good. I have made some adjustments in the HDRI to make it look more contrast. So let's see how to do this. So I'm going to click File, New, General. Okay, as per the everybody's procedure, we are going to delete the default cube. Bye bye cube, and press F to pay respects when you delete the default cube. Now I'm using the Blender 2.81 version here. You can use any version and the latest version, including the latest version Blender 3.0. So the first step is we are going to make the ground. So Shift A, press a plane. I'm going to name this collection as ground. So you have to just go right click, I can double click and rename the collection. Yeah, and what I generally do now is I will always change the units to millimeter. So go here, click on the units and change it to length to millimeters. Press N on your keyboard so you can see the dimensions X and Y, both plane, not in the Z axis since it's a plane or a 3D object. So I'm going to scale this up to 2 times, so it will be 4000 cos 4000. Now we need to subdivide this, but not the usual method. So what I do is I go into the subdivision surface modifier. You will see this weird polygonal shape. It's quite simple, it's not weird, sorry. So if you need, click on Catmull Clark, it will subdivide, and when you click on simple, it will not change its shape, but when you change the viewport, it won't be visible. I'm going to use viewport at just now 2. Click on apply. Now you can see, yes, it has subdivided. Now I'm going to apply subdivisions of subdivide. I'm going to just subdivide by, yeah, okay, you can subdivide as many times you want. My computer won't be able to cook other than this because it will burn up my computer if I subdivide more times. Now it's subdivided. Now we are going to add a texture to it. So I'm going to click new. I'm going to name this material as ground, and I'm going to add an image texture. So there are 2 methods. You can either go to shading and you can search image texture, IMAGE, and you can pull the color into the base color, but it's a quite long method. You have to change the window. So what I do is click on the base color and use the image texture. So when you go there, the node will be automatically applied. So I'm going to click on open. Okay, we have a lot of folders. Just a minute. Yeah, I kept here bowl and leaf. Here it is, textures. So I have given 2 separate files. I have even given the textures in the description portion below, so you can click on, you can download it. I'm going to click on ground. So I got this texture from Texture Heaven. So now it's named as Polyheaven. I have given the link in the description portion below. Please go and check it out. They have awesome textures. So now I'm going to click on diffuse. It's a 2K texture because it's not a very big render. I'm going to use a 2K texture. Click on 7 to go to top view. Press Z on your keyboard and click 2 to go to the shader preview. Now I'm going to use a UV mapping method. So this is the default texture which is applied to it. So I'm going to click on U, and then I'm going to click on project from view. This project from view means we are at the top view and it will project the texture from that view. So we go to UV editing. Now you see it has taken the area Okay, let's see. And just click on it and press A to select all. Press yes to just scale it lightly up, not more, slightly up. Okay, now I think the ground looks far more beautiful. Let's go back to layout. Now we see we had the ground. What I'm going to do now is go back to shading, and I'm going to see how the ground looks like. Oh god, and I can see some of the glossiness here, so I'm going to reduce the specular. We don't need specular here, we're just making the ground, it doesn't reflect anything. I'm going to drag this by pressing G, Shift D or Alt D to duplicate, Shift D, and then another Shift D to duplicate. Here we are going to add the roughness, and when you add the roughness, please change the sRGB to non-color since it's not a color data, and plug in the color to the roughness of the principal BSTF. So we can see some of the roughness going on here, and I'm going to add a normal map. Search for male normal map, plug in the color to the color and normal to the normal. And you got to change this into normal. Okay, well, I kept that normal. Okay, and click on it and click on non-color. Okay, we got the ground here. You can see some changes over here. Since we increase the strength on the normal, you can see some displacements, some changes to make it look realistic, but we are not going to depend on that. We are going to use a displacement. So go back to layout and click on modify properties. I'm going to subdivide it again. I'll tell you the reason why. I'm going to subdivide it again. Now you see it won't make any changes. Now I'm going to add a displace modifier. So let's do this here and click on this new. So go to this texture, name this as ground bumps or whatever you want. Click on open, and okay, I have to search that again. Okay, here it is. Click on the displacement, which I have already downloaded. Now you see it's look like a weird, like a gooey alien going to make an appearance to the world. Not that, guys, it's not the truth. Since the displacement strength is it's so high, we are going to the modifier properties again, and I'm going to click the local to the UV. So we have used the UV from the top view. Now you can see it's looking like a ground, but if you see there's some gooey like structure like alien planet making an invasion in front of nowhere. I'm going to reduce the strength 0.05. Yeah, now you can see it's ground. I'm going to shade smooth. Yeah, you can see the grounds up and downs here. If you want, okay, now that's a trick. Now you can increase the viewport to look more detailed. Yeah, that's what I told. Increasing the viewport and the render will make my computer so slow. That's not recommended for my computer. So if you have a very good RAM or TX graphics card, dual graphics card, a very high-end PC, you are recommended to increase the render and the viewport to get the result as real as you want. Okay, now the ground is done, and I'm going to give some sort of color. It's giving me confusion. So let's go to the shading and go to the viewport display, and I'm going to change the color something like this. Very good, brown and neat. Now I'm going to disable this for a while. It's looking good. I'm going to rename this plane as ground. Go to scene collection, add new, and name this as bowl, and let's disable this for a while. I got the bowl already here, so I'm going to minimize it. Just drag the bowl over here. This bowl is also given on the description portion. You can check the link and you can download it. Everything is available in my drive link. You can easily access it. The leaf will take more time, so that's why next time I'll release a new tutorial with a full of leaves and trees. So for this I'm going to use a circle. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to use a circle. So let's go Shift A and add a circle, and I'm going to increase the vertices up to 124. So just to make look like a more smoother transition, that's why. Nothing secret. So it's not a matter how you move it. So just make sure that you get the circle correct. Let the edge touch each other. You don't need to do it in an exact correct manner. Okay, sorry about that. The dog is barking outside. Oh god damn the dog. Yeah, it's my dog, it's my dog, it's my dog. Shit. Rio, please be quiet. Please be quiet. I'm just doing the recording. Just doing the recording. Please be quiet. Sorry about that, guys. Please forgive me. Yeah, we just need the shape of the bowl. That's it. Okay. I think I'll just press Z and EZ. Okay, just you need to just add a circle, press E and Z. What I did now is pressing E and Z everywhere. Press E, Z, scale S to just make over the size and to match the area. Okay, you don't need to match it correctly. Don't need to do it. I think okay. Just I'm doing it. Yeah, we got the bowl here. Okay, we got the bowl. It's looking good. Now we need to close this area. So press tab to go to edit mode, press 1 for vertex select, press alt and then select the addition vertices, E and S to bring it closer, 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 press F. Okay, that's good. Now we have the bowl here. Right click to shade smooth. Yeah, looking good. Nice bowl. Now we are going to apply the solidify modifier. So I think it's sorry, the thickness should be on the outside, the minus. I'm going to give minus 50. That's it. This is the bowl. Looking very good. We made the bowl. Now let's see if oh god, I shouldn't have do that. Oh god, I messed up with the wrong button. Oh god, my god, it's rotating. I messed up with the wrong button. So sorry, it's looking good. I messed up with the wrong button. Sorry for the bloopers. Oh god, it's not responding. Okay, I'm going to delete it. I think it's okay. It's looking good, and I'm not going to make more subdivisions than this. As far as looking good, let us enable the ground. The bowl is so big. Let's shrink it by pressing S. Okay, now we're going to drop the bowl. I'm going to increase a little bit. I think it's slight a little bit. Okay, let's bring it up here. Yeah, okay, good. So now we have a bowl here. So we need to add the water. So we don't need to add another circle or do any other stuff. Just press alt, just press tab to go to edit mode and Make sure you're in the vertex select mode. Press Alt. Okay, okay. Press Alt and select the adjacent vertices. Press F to fill it. It will fill it. And you can press P to selection or separate selection. So this is a separate object. It's not paired with this bowl, with our bowl. It's a separate object. Now I'm going to add some shaders to the bowl. So let's see, go to this, and this is the same method, it's not any other method. So let's rename this material as bowl, bowl bowl, and good. So the name, so the same thing. Select the image texture, open. I have separate textures for that bowl. Again, this texture is also from Texture Heaven, Polyheaven. I have given the link in the description portion below. Please check it out. You can see more textures. You can see more textures. And I'm going to use the displacement. I'm going to use the displacement. No, I'm not going to use the displacement. Sorry. I'm going to use the diffuse. Okay. Now if we go to shading. Oh, okay. So it's added. We can see it's added. But now what we have to do is press A, press U. Now I'm going to use the smart UV and wrap. I'm not going to go on more detail. Press OK. Now you can see this wood has been unwrapped for this whole object. Let it be irregular, it's not going to matter. So let's reduce this peculiar a little bit. So the wood will have some shining. So that's why. In same method, we are going to duplicate this texture. I'm going to add the roughness map for this. Make sure you select the non-color in the roughness color space, color to roughness. Boom! Oh wow, looking gorgeous. See the signing. Now I'm going down here and press Shift A, add a normal map. Boom! We go it. Normal map. Don't worry, it's because of I didn't change it. Let's add the normal. Change the color to non-color data. Boom! We have. So let's synth a little bit. Okay, to make the cuts look even more better. Now we add the water. So material, water. Water is very easy to compare it. Transmission, get the transmission roughness a little bit. Reduce the roughness. It should be somewhat rough, not too much. Shift A, bump. Add a noise texture. It's very simple. I'm not going to make a complex water. Because this render doesn't. Press Ctrl T to enable the mapping and the object coordinate. If you don't have this mapping and the texture coordinate, go to Edit, Preferences, go to Add-ons, and type Node Wrangler. Just enable this. So when you press Ctrl T, is the default shortcut key in Blender. It's quite high. I'm going to reduce the scale, raise the detail up a little bit, reduce the strength. Now we see we have the water here. Now if you see, the water needs to be transparent. So I'm going to drag the material output, go to mix shader, add the mix shader, and Shift A, select the transparent BSDF, plug into the second node, plug the transparent BSDF to the first node. And if you go here to the shader, you will see on the next settings, make sure you are on the EV. Okay, so go to blend mode, opaque to alpha blend. Yes. Now you see, you can see the transparent layer below. So if you reduce the factor, you can see the layer. I think that's good. That's good enough. This ratio is very good. Let's increase the strength. Increase the strength and the scale. Let us reduce the scale a little bit. Now we have bow. Okay, now I'm going to give a color for the bow to identify. See, this is my method. If you don't want to color, you can leave it. This is my method. So the water is given a blue color. Great. We need the final step. We need to add the leaf. So go to scene collection, right click on new, and click LEAF leaf. Since I have already modeled the leaf, I'm going to append it from my older collection. Go here, bowl, back, bowl and leaf blend. Go to collection, leaf pattern. Yeah, the leaf is added. Now you see I have already added the leaf, then the default position there. So that's why it's coming. Let's add, so no need to add the leaf more accurate. So that's it. So right click, set origin to geometry, and then scale it. Set origin to geometry, and then you can scale it a little bit. Okay, that's looking good. I think better than the previous one. Okay, I think I'll place it over here. RZ, rotate it like this. So now we need a particle system. So before that, go to vertex group, become one, leaf. So I'm going to go to white paint, and just I'm going to randomly select the area where you have it. Just a random, not a particular way. You can even have the leaves for your hole. So this is the area where the render will be focusing. So that's why I'm giving the area as more line weight. You can reduce it a little bit so that it will look natural. I think it's fine. Okay, that's it. Go back to object mode. Now we are going to add the particle system. Click here. Wow, nice and beautiful. Go click on the advanced, go to render, and you see this option, render as path. There will be many options. Click on the drop down and click collection. You won't see anything because we haven't even selected anything. So go there, and in instant collection, select leaf pattern. Oh gorgeous, you have so many leaves here. So what you need to do now is go to viewport display. Not okay. Go to field. Okay, vertex group, and select the density to leaf. Now you see the leaves are here. Why? Because we have assigned the leaf group, leaf vertex, and we have painted the particular area. So the leaves are here. I don't want this much. So let's reduce the number to 400. That's too much. How about 150? Again, that's more. I like it. Now click on the rotation. So, think no. Uh, let's select the scale randomness and reduce the scale. So it's just like that. It's just going into the ground. We see what happens. So I'm going to apply the both subdivision and displacement to see where the leaves are here, particularly under the ground. Sorry for that. think let's reduce these up to 65. Yeah, they are submerged on the ground, but don't worry. Yeah, the leaves fall on the ground and they are submerged into it. So the ground and the other things, the wet ground shows everything. So we press. Okay, now if we go to the material preview, now we can see it more clearly. The leaves are submerged into the ground randomly. We have our leaf here. What we do now is we need to set the camera angle. Yeah, I can raise the leaf to a little bit to make the leaves are on the ground. It's very easy, but I don't want to do it. I can easily raise them up. I can see the leaves are up, but I don't want to do it. They should be on the ground. That's what preferably more preferable method. Now we can see I have raised the leaf. Yeah, but you can raise the leaf if you want. Then okay, it's up to your choice. So we have it perfectly on the ground. It's about deviating. Okay, now we're going to set the camera. So if there a camera here, press Ctrl Alt 0, and that's it. You selected it. Just adjust the focus, adjust the leaf, make it center. Just grab it and adjust it. That's like you want maybe an offset. So now we are going to give the SGRI. Go to world properties, go to color, give the environment texture. I'm using the SGRI from Polyheaven. They have many type of SGRI. Right now I'm going to use Proof and all 48D, partly cloudy, 2K HDR. Boom! We got the HDR here. So now I'm going to switch it over to cycles, GPU to C. Looking pretty good. We got the leaf, the shadows, and everything. And if you find some denoising, so go here, give view layer properties, go to denoise, and click on denoising. You will find an option called light. So you can open got data, denoise data, and come down to find the denoising. So when you render it, it won't denoise. So I use some changes here, like I change the color management to Flemic, standard, very high contrast. Yeah, like this, I achieved some results in the previous render, and I also change the resolution. So like this to achieve high quality render. So this is it guys. So I will model the maple leaves completely in the next tutorial, and of course that day we'll make maple trees and also It's going to be a part by part tutorial for a gaming environment. Until next then, take care. See you. Bye bye.